all them questions? Why you asking all them questions? Making statements. Snoop.
Alright guys, so the first ever Q&A session with myself and Ice. I've gathered all the questions from each league. I'm trying to put together something, questions for each of you guys. So this is the compilation of all those questions, put them into one. We'll start off. So first question was, when's the pro shop opening up? So I'm going to let Ice handle that one since he is Mr. Pro Shop himself.
Well, E-Money. Again, I hope to have it up by the end of this month. Seriously. I just put together today the items that I'll be putting in the pro shop for the first installment. And then also I've been working hand in hand every day with the team that's putting it together. They took a couple weeks off, so we ran into some issues with some stat systems. Make it short, I hope by the end of the month. But my total goal is before the EBA playoffs are over with. I think they will be over with in, 5 weeks? No, wait, sorry. 3 weeks? Is that right?
I think so. 3 or 4. This week and then 3 more weeks after that. So.
Okay, so I'm hoping to have it done before that's my total goal, is to have, that was my goal in the beginning, is to have it done before the second season was finished. So I was hoping to have it done before, but however, by the end of the month is what I planned. And then after that, we can start focusing on some other really cool, neat shit. But until then, end of this month is my goal. I say it as a question mark because you never know when working with people.
Yeah. So, second question is it possible for y'all to be able to give access to the community to be able to post more than 4 images in a thread? So, that's something that can be up for debate. We can take that to our tech guy and see if that's something that's reasonable. I think 4 was just kind of a number that we come across to kind of limit and keep the threads from being crazy, too out of whack. So I think that that's something we can look at. Or it may even be something that we look at being able to expand with the different account levels that you'll find in the store. So, third one is, why do I got -1 EC from CW? Well, that's because you got blacklisted in the EFL, so you lost 10 EC. So there you have it.
You boys get blacklisted, you lose EC. That's the point. Because you made a commitment and you didn't follow through on it for whatever reason, and then you lose EC for being blacklisted.
Yeah. So you hang in there. You keep you earn EC. If you don't, then you lose it. So
you can also lose free currency when you are suspended for games during the league. They can fine you currency as well. You can also lose currency for all kinds of different other things that are against the league policies. So,
yeah. Number 4, why are the Sixers so good? Well, I can testify to the fact that of our 13 wins, like 8 of those have come after I joined the team. So I'm gonna say it's because you traded for Mags.
Did you put that question in there yourself? Is that why you put that in there? Just so you can hype yourself up?
No, Trainer put it in there, not me.
Trainer, yeah, okay. Why are the Sixers so good? I don't know, because there was 5 other teams that you could have picked better than the Sixers. Anyway.
Which version of the new Pokemon are you getting? Pokemon Sun or Pokemon Moon? So what about it,
Ice? I haven't played Pokemon in a long, long time. God, I think the last one I played was like Red, which was like forever ago on my Game Boy Black and White. So, yeah, I'm an old boy. So, I probably won't get any of the Pokemons, unfortunately, unless they make it into a mobile app. Then I might grab that, but I doubt they will.
So. I'm not getting it because my time's being taken up by Clash Royale, in Clash of Clans. So, but if I did get one, it'd be Pokemon Moon, because I'd be picking it up at night, hoping that no one else would see me buying it.
I don't think that would
No.
it be, but sure, we'll go with that.
Yeah. Number 6 was Crow asking, why do I always get a bad pick? So, from my
We've
end,
actually rigged the system to make sure that you don't fucking. You're never allowed to win a ring. No, I'm just kidding. That's not a real thing.
so I think I'm going to go with it's a conspiracy theory. Most likely the Illuminati has something to do with it. With conspiracy against yourself. So that's the only thing that I can come up with, because I was definitely rooting for you to get a better pick than what you did this season.
I'm not gonna lie. I was rooting against you only because you left me on training camp all last season. So I was kind of rooting that you'd go ahead and get like pick 14, but 12, I guess, is just as bad.
I would venture to say that Beyonce and Jay-Z definitely have something to do with it. So
Yes, check with them. Truth whispered in the background.
Are there any changes going to be made in season 3? And then Mr. Leon went on like a diatribe about how we need 3 lines and how we need a draft, all this stuff and other, which I think the draft is addressed later, so we'll address that then. Some changes of season 3 that I know will be made. Max bid is going up. Contracts are going down. There may be some changes made to how divisions and teams work. We'll see on that one. I can't think of anything else. You got anything off the top of your head, Ice? I can't think of anything else.
Not that I know that's going to be changes. I mean, there's a lot of things I'd like to see changed, but nothing that I know is going to be changed. So, I mean,
yeah. I mean,
we will have a VPLO in place, so their job is to make those types of changes and come up with the ideas to make the league a better place for everyone to play in. So I do hope that person that does that job, which we kind of got an idea who it's going to be, but that person that does that job will do it correctly, and we'll see a lot of great changes for the next season. I don't think but let me correct myself, because I don't think the BA is in a bad situation anyway. I think they're doing a great job to begin with. So you can only make a good thing better.
Yeah, I mean, the 3 lines thing, I would actually like to see that myself. But that'll be up to staff. So,
and numbers. I mean, realistically.
Oh yeah, definitely numbers. It has to be numbers. Everything in the league relies on numbers, so that's a given to me. Will there be an all-star game this season? Well, that's completely up to the players. That's not up to staff, us, anything. It's all on the players. If the players will still play it, that'd be awesome. So, number 9 is, who do you guys hate most in the EBA?
Who do we hate most in the EBA? I don't think that's a fair. Fabulous, because he always fucking wins. No, I don't know really.
I really don't think there's anybody that I hate.
Hate's such a strong word. I don't think I hate anybody. There's a few of them that I don't want to be caught in a party with, but there's nobody I hate.
King John for not picking me up this season.
Oh, there you go.
That's not hate.
The truth, JGW, he's fucking garbage. No, I'm just kidding.
Yep.
Come on.
Will you make owners have their GMs before the team draft? I think that's a great idea. Definitely should happen. Leave that up to staff. But that's definitely a great idea, because making them pick who they're going to take GM for before they know what team they have, that's a great idea. What do you think?
I agree with that too. I think that's a great idea, and I think that should happen. I mean, if we go 3 lines, there might even be an AGM in the talks, I mean, that could be a real thing. And if that's the case, I would like all the members of their ownership before they actually have a team pick. That would be that's an ideal situation. So yes, an ideal situation.
Will you guys ever
But
make
again, it's not up to us. But
Right,
we
right.
would like to see that as well.
Will you guys ever make the season longer? Um,
God, we're having problems keeping owners now, much
Yeah.
less we add another.
from my
Good
end of
Lord.
things, I think six weeks is about the max. Because then you have 6 weeks plus the playoffs, which is usually 3 or 4 weeks. So you're talking 3.5 months for one season. That's a good chunk of time.
I'd like to see them add more games. That'd be kind of neat. But that's just, again, with 3 lines, you might have more games per team per week.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I mean, that's definitely something that can be brought up. The problem is now is we're having people, by the end of the season, there's a lot of people that, I mean, shit, there's owners that quit the last week of the season. Like, seriously, all they had to do was make a team show up for the last week and they quit. So,
Right.
I mean, if it's 7 weeks, now we got to find another owner for a team that's already so far underneath and of not even chance making the playoffs. So making it longer, I don't know if that's a smart move at the moment. But again, the community speaks. I mean, if that's something they want, put up a vote and see if the community wants to make it to where it goes longer.
Yeah.
I know by the time the five weeks is up, roughly, isn't it 5 weeks for the season?
Yeah, I'm
6
usually
weeks for
ready
the
to play
season?
with a different team at that point.
I'm done. Yeah, I'm like, I don't even want the team that I'm playing with anymore, or the people I'm playing with to be on the same team anymore by the time the 5-6 weeks are up. I want to move on. So I know that's about right for me.
So, question 12 is draft over bidding. I know there's been
Draft
a lot
over
of talk
bidding.
about this, but my problem is I don't think it's really fair to people, EC wise. Once we roll out the score, you'll be able to see it. I think that it kind of hinders some of the top tier players from being able to get what they're worth. And then some of the bottom guys, it keeps them there on the bottom. I mean, I would never be completely opposed to it. I just have a hard time trying to imagine how it would be much different than the bidding, because you'd still run into the situation of people that would just request trades the instant they were picked up by somebody, and there's pros and cons, obviously.
What was the question? Draft over bidding? What's that? What do you mean?
Yeah, just
Would you rather do a draft over the bidding?
Yes,
Gotcha.
yes.
Okay, gotcha. I'd like to see a season like that. I think that'd be fun. Just some kind of a shake-up. Maybe the last season of the 2K, just to kind of shake the teams up a bit and to make it still interesting, because, you've already been playing 3 or 4 seasons of that 2K. Maybe something like that. That sounds kind of fun. But again, it's up to staff how they want to do it and how, what the numbers they get and how the community wants it and so on and so forth.
Yeah. The one thing we'd have to figure out if they ever did a draft is how the EC would work per round to level it out.
Oh, we could figure that out. That's not a problem. We would just take their overall max cap and probably drop it by $1 million and then divide it into the number of players they need on that team. That way, so everybody has, when they're done, they have about $1 million of cap left.
Those numbers out. I mean, that's what we'd have to.
Yeah. It wouldn't be that. It'd be pretty rather easy, I think, to do a draft. We are building a draft system. I said that already in a different skit, but it's just not going to be done anytime soon. Just for the smaller leagues that want to do drafts. So, anyway, I guess.
Yeah. Can we get more shows weekly, maybe even daily? So that boils back down to, the community. I get time once a month because I have to work an overnight, so I have to stay up all night one night. So that's when I do mine, like tonight. Rarely do I have the chance to actually, try to do a show another night. We were doing the EBA tonight here and there, where we would shoutcast games and stuff like that. But realistically, I can't do that very often just because of my job and a family time and everything else. But that's a big part on the community.
Yeah, I mean, we would love to see shows every day. We want nothing. I mean, shout out to the guys like E-Money and Truth that do shows and keep the the forums active. But that's on the community to put that stuff together. That's not on us. But I like to do them, even though I'm not playing in the EBA. I still wanted to do an EBA tonight this year. It's just like I said, to find time to get with another person to help me out to do it. Because you don't want to do it by yourself. You don't want to hear me talk for an hour.
Trust
So
me, you don't.
yeah, getting all that stuff in line is just, it's hard to do. You got family, you got work, you got your real job, you got running a site. That's not easy. You got so much piling up, and you just want to, when you get game time, you just want to play, man. And plus, with the division just come out, I probably will not have any time anytime soon. So
Don't.
yes and no.
Yeah, the big
Please,
downside to
please make
that
it
is
happen.
just ice sucks at the division, so it's one of those things.
You don't even know you don't even have it.
I played with you in the beta.
Full of shit.
EBA FanDuel. Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, actually, the development team I'm using, which is a freelance development team, they are also developing in a FanDuel type of system for someone else. Now, there are so many things on the wish list, guys. I want an app. I want it to be so you can take a picture and it recognizes the stats, and you can be like screenshot and then like post it in our stuff, so you don't have to sit there and enter everybody's stats in. And it would say, "Oh, this guy played this position," and enter them in, like a caption. There's so many things on the wish list. I want our stat system done, so yes and no. Yes being something I want to do, and no being the fact that it's not prioritized on my list as being at the top. But I would love to see a FanDuel type of EBA thing. That would be pretty awesome. But again, that's with growth and numbers and how well this store system works out, how quickly we can get this team to move on some of the other things that we're needing to, have them move on. So yes and no. I mean, that's all I can answer on
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah, I mean,
It
a lot of things will open up to us as we, as we're making a little bit of money from what's brought in, whether it be donations or, people buying into things in the store, things of that nature. Um, all of the owners of the website are pretty much in agreement that, when we're making some money from the website, that we're not taking it for ourselves. We're actually putting it back into the website, helping it grow, and providing resources for, cool crap. Like I said, whether it be an app, Xbox One app. Um, we've already had some discussions with Microsoft about that, with the Xbox ID program. Um, just some, a lot of different things that, only time can really, tell what we'll be able to do, how often we'll be able to do it, and how soon we'll be able to get it done. So um, it's one of those things we'll just have to see. But EBA
yeah.
FanDuel is actually one of the things that we've already talked about, and our developers are messing with something that could possibly work for us. So
Yeah, it's just again on the wish list. So yes, that along many other things are on a wish list. So um, we would love to do it. So if you
um,
want to see it happen, what you want to do is invite all your friends to come and play and get more numbers on the site and continue to help us grow. And that's what you can do for your part if you want to see something like that happen.
yep. More training camp players, because if someone on my team can't make it, we forfeit. So that really boils down to the owner doing their job. Um, if we have inactive people, they should be blacklisting to create room for more training camp. Now, um, I know there were some owners that just like went into mass blacklist mode that might have thinned out the training camp pool at the end of the season. So, I don't know if you were affected by that or whatever, but in general, we always leave enough room for, uh, you know, uh, mass blacklists to happen. Um, so I'm not really sure of the situation there. So I can't 100% answer that question, but in general, we're not going to have necessarily more training camp players, but you just need to do a really good job as from an owner standpoint of recognizing the inactive people, getting them blacklisted so that you can get the new people in that are active, and you won't have to worry about it.
Yeah. Second that. I hate training. I hate training camp with a passion. I know it's a necessity, but I hate it.
Can a point guard get Defensive Player of the Year? I don't see why not. I'd say it'd probably be hard, but because they're not going to
Imagine
get.
if you got a bunch of steals.
Yeah.
Like if you got a bunch of steals, you get Defensive Player of the Year, or we don't really hold opponent percentages or anything like that. That's really awesome to help you get. So, like what's your opponent's averaging scoring against you type of thing. So it's really hard to pick Defensive Player of the Year. So mainly it goes by, I imagine when staff's doing it, it goes by like blocks and, things that help the team win, rebounds, stuff like that. So yes, I think you guys can. It's going to be pretty freaking hard.
Yeah, I agree right there. It's just a difficult spot to be in.
You got to get a ridiculous amount of steals in order to get Defensive Player of the Year, I would imagine. Or, yeah.
Yep. So where do I sign up to become owner next season? So when the season starts to come to an end at the end of this week and into playoffs, staff will actually post a thread asking for new owners. So probably be a week or so away, but that's something you'll probably see in the near future. What are we going to do to stop forfeits? Have people pull the sand out of their vagina and show up and play. That'll fix some of it. What do you think, guys?
Have people show up to their freaking games. When you make a commitment, make it happen. I mean, you have an availability threat. I understand life is important, and I understand work is important and all that wonderful stuff, but a lot of these guys are just being bitches. They want to play in other leagues and not show up to their scheduled game they're supposed to be here. So just show up to your games. Then we'll stop getting forfeits. Yep. I mean, I guess we can go down to 4 teams and half the league can't play because the 4 teams continue to play, but that's not going to be fun. That's going to be freaking annoying. So just, tell your friends that you invite to get people that are more reliable. There you go. That'll help. Get your buddies on that are more reliable to show up and play, and then you won't get forfeits.
Absolutely.
Because then at least they'll be playing, whether it's for your team or some other team. At least they'll be playing and be active. And when I don't miss too many games, and when I do, it's something important that's happening. And that's not because I don't have a life, because trust me, I'm busy 24/7. But it's because I know how to schedule myself. I'm an adult. And when I commit to something, I commit to it. So, well, I guess that's the difference.
So, when will All-Stars and the awards be announced? So, that one, I'm going to assume that staff is going with the end of the season this year. So,
yep.
So, after this week's done, that whole process will begin, and you'll start to see stuff then. So, almost there. Will there be all-time stat records on the website eventually? Short answer, yes. Time frame?
Again.
Don't know.
Again, things we have on the wish list.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons we were thinking long-term. That's why we have all-time stats, and we keep each season that we can go back and look at for individual stats. And they'll continue to keep the seasons of previous. So, yes, that's going to happen. When? God, don't hold me to anything, because it's all stuff that we would like to get done. My development team's working on it. It's not a priority. It's in the list. So, hashtag soon. Soon is in, yeah. Soon, that's what we used to say when in the game development world was soon, because soon wasn't really you trademark soon. It wasn't a real thing. It didn't matter.
So this question
Assume it's
was
not a
directed
timeline.
at aces, but um, it seems you've become the whore of the league, and you have gotten around a lot. Are you trying to play for every team in the league? So I can kind of speak to that because I'm pretty sure that all these owners were just trying to see how many trades they could get done week to week, because it wasn't just aces.
Oh,
There was like 40 people that got traded at least 3 times in 3 weeks.
it was fucking ridiculous, dude.
So I've never seen a league with so many trades than the EHL
Mm-mm.
had in the first season. Like, for real. I mean, it was some crazy numbers on the amount of trades. But, you
It was
know,
stupid.
most of the guys that were doing all these trading, their teams were active. So, whatever. Last question is, why is Sir
Oh.
Mike Knight such a beast in bed? My answer to that is probably because he's dreaming. Probably not a real thing. And that's what I'm going to go with.
Yeah, that sounds like a legit answer to me. My question is, you had an opportunity to ask the owners of the site any question you want to ask them, and you ask stupid shit like that. Probably means you didn't take it serious to begin with. So
Hey, I'm good
congratulations.
with
That's your
these
answer.
questions. I wouldn't have cared if they asked me what color the rims on my car are. I mean, I'd answer that.
Yeah, well, it's Q&A. Ask whatever you want.
Absolutely.
Why is Ice the Man such a dickhead? I don't know. I just am.
He was born that way, guys. Don't
Born
use it
that way.
against him. So, all right, fellas. So that's it for the Q&A session. We'll probably continue this this little thing. We just need people to submit questions. So, y'all have a good one.